Federal prosecutors who are investigating Donald Trump's alleged mishandling of classified documents, what you or I might call massive theft, apparently have a new piece of evidence that is considered to be maybe the single most important piece of evidence in this like year-long investigation. It has to do with a recording that they now have of Donald Trump from mid-2021, when notably he was not president, talking about a sensitive military document that he had at that point. You could hear during the tape, apparently the crumpling of paper. It's not clear if that's the document, but he is describing it to a number of people, all of whom have no ability or clearance whatsoever to be hearing about classified documents. And that's not even the worst part of it just yet. So to give you a little bit of context, this happens in July of 2021. He's apparently in a meeting with a number of people who are helping to produce a biography of Mark Meadows at that point, although Mark Meadows apparently was not there. That is important for legal reasons, I suppose, for Mark Meadows. Anyway, it's a memoir or something about his time in the White House. Anyway, in the recording, which multiple people have now confirmed that they've heard, Mr. Trump suggested that he knew the document was secret and had not declassified it, according to one person. On the recording, his comments suggest that he would like to share the information, but he's aware of limitations on his ability post-presidency to declassify records. And that is important for a number of different reasons. It shouldn't be important for any of these reasons. The crime is super clear and has been from the very beginning. But all of this is about motivations and state of mind and what did he know and when did he know it and procedures and all of that. So if we take all of that nonsense as a given and very, very important, then here is why this recording matters. So in the video or in the audio, he apparently makes clear that he should have declassified it, but didn't. So at that point, it is not declassified. This is months after he was president. This is going to be very important for videos that we're going to show you in just a little bit. It also shows that he understands that there is a process to declassify documents, because notably, he does not say, I should have declassified it. Hold up a sec. Done. That didn't happen. He knows there's a process. It's a process that he hadn't gone through. And he also knows that the people he's talking to don't have clearance to hear this. It basically has to do with Iran and national security. He was apparently using this document as a way to smear Mark Milley or something like that. But there's one even more important detail revealed in this recording. We'll get to that in a second. But Jessica, what do you think about what we've discussed so far?
Yeah, I love that Trump is like, well, the document became declassified when I took it automatically. And it's like, that's a legal term. It's not like I showed other people, so I guess it's no longer classified. Like, that's not how that works. And I think he knows that very well. Does his base know that? Maybe not. They're like, yeah, he showed other people, so I guess it's no longer classified. The secret's out. It's absurd.
Yeah. Well, and to be clear, he's saying in the thing, it's still classified. He's the one that says that, which is important.
My inner circle, just the boys saw it. It's fine.
Exactly. It's just for the boys. Here's the thing, though. While all of this looks bad for Trump and helps Jack Smith and the special counsel's office, that whole investigation, because it makes clear that he knew full well that the documents that he was holding on to, that NARA and others were trying to get, were still classified. All of that would be damning enough. The most important part of this is the actual content of the document, because it does have to do with national security, and that is important over and above everything else that we've talked about. So the reason is because of the Espionage Act, which has occasionally been referenced in discussions around this investigation, but this makes clear why the Espionage Act kind of has to be an important part of this investigation going forward. Notably, because the Espionage Act makes no reference to whether a document has been deemed classified. Instead, it makes it a crime to retain without authorization documents related to the national defense that could be used to harm the United States or aid a foreign adversary. So, while it is certainly noteworthy that he is clear that the document is classified at the time that he's waving it around and talking about it with other people and possessing it, it's also irrelevant whether it's classified. Even if he had mentally declassified it or gone through the actual process as president of declassifying it, doesn't matter, he can't have it. Doesn't matter at that point. It's not the classification status that matters, it's the content that matters. And so, just from like looking at the facts that have been laid out here, there is seemingly no out to charges under the Espionage Act. However, we live in the country that we live in, with the political system that we live in, and the DOJ that we have, and Jack Smith, who I keep hearing is a super important prosecutor and is super hard-nosed and tough and everything. But that hasn't stopped Donald Trump from getting away with all sorts of different crimes in the past. So I don't know, it seems cut and dry, Jessica, but what do you think? Do you expect that we're gonna see charges under the Espionage Act coming out of this?
I mean, I would like to. I haven't been hopeful about this DOJ since Merrick Garland decided he's not gonna prosecute Donald Trump for charges of inciting an insurrection. That should have been Merrick Garland's business the first week in office. And I won't shut up about how he waited until Donald Trump announced his run for president in 2024 to say, well, now if I went after him, it would be like political, so I can't. And it's not about that. He committed a crime. Insurrection is a very serious crime. So is espionage. It's a huge risk for our country to have these documents at Mar-a-Lago, where he has all of these people as frequent visitors from all around the world. Who knows what kind of information he was selling for money when we have people like Giuliani selling pardons? I mean, he could have very easily been selling classified information to foreign adversaries.
Yeah, I've always, I don't rule out the possibility that he could do that. He's incredibly petty. I will refer everyone to his digital trading cards. But I also, I don't mentally need that to get to this is a big issue.
Yeah.
And look, you referenced, the insurrection. I would still say, even with the knowledge of what's in the documents, I don't rank this as serious a crime as leading the insurrection, what happened in Fulton County, those sorts of things. But if it's about missile defense programs and nuclear programs, then this is not just hey, it's a memento. This is actually serious. He's not supposed to have that stuff. Whether he's selling it or not, he's telling people about it. He has always been surrounded by people who are working for other countries as unregistered agents of foreign powers. It is beyond irresponsible. And so, yeah, there's gotta be some charges, man. There just has to be.
It's between his takeout menus. It's pizza, Chinese food, the nuclear codes that I'm gonna give to Iran. It's just in his stuff at his place. Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's those are serious documents and you've got them smeared with duck sauce. Come on, man. Be responsible. For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.